growing up, I never heard stories about people who were successful that weren't athletes, that weren't entertainers, that weren't drug dealers. It was as if you had to become some type of superhero or magician to make it out of poverty. That is a very devastating thing to think, because if you can't play basketball very well, or if you can't sing, then all you think is, well, I can probably sell drugs. And now, let's say you don't even want to sell drugs. Well, I guess you are destined for poverty, and that's going to be your life forever. See, that's not true. And I know it's not true because I overcame those circumstances and have been able to build a successful life. But it hasn't been doing any of these things that they paint as majestic. It's been doing practical, everyday steps that any person can follow. The whole point of this Rich and Anonymous podcast is that I want to bring more stories that are similar to mine of people who are doing things that any person can do with a lot of hard work and a little bit of discipline, can overcome any circumstance. So I figure if we bring more of those stories from men, of women, of all colors, of all backgrounds, to say, look, here's a pathway. Some of those people have started amazing businesses that are going on and making hundreds of millions of dollars a year. Some of those people are just able to take care of their family in a great way, but they live an amazing life and are loved very well by their wife or their husband and their children. Some of those people aren't making very much financial income, but their impact that they're having on their community and the world supersedes any dollar amount that you can put on it. The key is, what we want to explore is, what does it mean to be rich? We have to demystify it for the next generation, so never again will a young boy or a young girl who's growing up without any guidance think, well, the only way I can make it is if I'm some dang superhero. That's the whole purpose of this podcast. My name is Chadwick Sappenter. I'm going to bring you stories, business advice, tools, and tips that the everyday person can apply to their life to go out, and if you follow it, you at least have a chance to be successful. You don't have an excuse. If you don't have school, this is your school. If you don't have parents, then we'll be your guides. We'll show you the way, and we'll bring stories of people that look just like you in order to help you get from where you are to where you evidently and actually want to be. It's not as hard as they make it seem. If I made it, I'm not very smart. I'm not very bright. I just have courage, and I'm bold and willing to take steps. And if you can have courage, and if you're willing to learn and take a few steps, then you too can overcome your circumstance and environment and become whatever it is that you want. So what does it mean to be rich? That's what we're going to talk about.